Well there. Good evening. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good day. Whatever time it is. Whatever day it is. I know you probably can't see me well, but you're getting to see the ocean instead, which is like pretty freaking awesome. It's like doing its thing down over here. You can see that. Pretty awesome spot to be right now. So it's 274 days since I began this journey of 365 days, asking the question, how do I love myself today? With everything that's been going on in our country, and there's just been so much anxiety, and reading friends' posts and looking at the narrative, it's like, this has got to change. So on my way to come down to the ocean, I was listening to Ed Sheeran. Okay, I know I'm mispronouncing it, but the song "The Shape of You." And if you listen to the lyrics, and if you're like in victimhood and in the narrative that's going on right now, it can seem like this is a really negative song. And in the past, I've always enjoyed it immensely. And other than, going to a bar to find someone. But, that's your 20s, sometimes that's what you go looking for. But it doesn't mean that it's okay for someone to take advantage, or someone to roofie you, or to not accept your no. And Lord, it's just, I'd like to get off of this. So I danced my way down to the beach and am enjoying the sounds of the ocean and doing that movement and like dance walking and then being close to the ocean. It's really cleared the anxiety that I was feeling. And I was prepping for the talk that I'm going to be doing on Thursday up in Orange County about what happened to me that I've shared, and how that as long as you stay in the space of victimhood, that it's impossible to clear relationships. I mean, you'll get some relief from the techniques that I use, but as long as you're hanging on to being a victim and being victimized, you continue to attract that to you. And I've been there, and it's not an easy thing to overcome. And I totally get that. And victim shaming absolutely is wrong. And there are things that happen to us for reasons that are, our conscious mind and our personality would never, ever choose some of the things that have happened to us. But our soul had a totally different plan, and brought those things to us for a reason. For who we are to be in the world and who it is that we're to impact. So I'm loving myself today by moving the feeling of anxiety in my body, by dancing and walking at the same time, while listening to music that I found fun and sexy and flirtatious. And it should be okay to be sexy and flirtatious and still have your no be heard. And I'm just praying for so many more people to move into a place of respecting each other and being aware that they're not the only person on the planet. Hi, Yvette. Lovely to have you here. Who else just joined? D.D. Fanning. Lovely to have you here as well. So I'm at the beach, clearing, thanks for the love, clearing the anxiety that's been in my body. And knowing part of it part of it is feeling alone and knowing that I'm not alone, and yet, you know, wanting that physical touch. And I had an opportunity to get that yesterday, and then it just didn't feel right, so I moved on and away from that potential. I mean, I got plenty of hugs and connection at dance. And not being in relationship right now, it's, you know, I miss that. And I'm not gonna lie, you know, being in a relationship with someone that you really are connected with and that you both love touch and, you know, have the communication and all of the good yummy stuff, it's certainly worthwhile. It's one of the reasons for being. And I guess it's not that I don't know where to start. There's just so many other things on my plate, and yet I'm open. I am open to love again. Yep, I am. To love outside of me just loving myself. To being in relationship with someone that I can have a really amazing relationship with. Because one of the things I was thinking about is, you know, as we hold all of the craziness that's been going on and stay in that victimhood, and how can we even find relationships? One of the posts that I was reading was a man that does, it was a woman sharing what this man does during his workshops. And it's like they're mixed gender workshops, and he'll draw a line down the blackboard, and on one side he puts the men, the other side he puts the women, and he asks the question of the room: what do you do on a daily basis to protect yourself from sexual assault or sexual advances? And I think it was sexual assault, that it was a sexual assault thing. And he asked the men first, and it's like there's lots of silence and shifting eyes, and people like looking at each other like, what's he talking about? And, you know, somebody will jokingly say, I stay out of prison. And, you know, everybody laughs, and then, yeah, it's a really nice spot. And everybody will laugh, and then, you know, finally someone will say, you know, it's not something I even think about. Now, sure, there might be some men in that room that have been sexually assaulted, but are they going to admit it in a group full of men and women? Unlikely. And so then he moves to the other side of the board and asks the women, what do you do on a daily basis to protect yourself from sexual assault? And, you know, left and right, women are raising their hands to everything from having your keys in your hand as to use as a weapon. I was like, check. Not living on the first floor. No. Not wearing earbuds when walking. No. But there were so many, and it was so sad that we have to do that. And I mean, there are times when I just wrap myself in protection, and I'm just out here doing what I do and trusting that I'm safe. And every time I've done that, I've been safe. It's when I'm someplace that I'm definitely not safe that I'll use the things that I would like, you know, making sure my keys are as a weapon, and not parking in a dark spot, and you know, things like that. Not using parking garages was one of them. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, men don't admit it. They feel so much shame when they have been sexually assaulted. I know, it's like it's really intense. Hey, Jake, really, really nice to have you here. Yeah. So these are some of the things that I've been thinking about today as I'm prepping, and you know, I'll be speaking mostly to women. Well, probably only to women at this event, because it's at a breast wellness clinic. And I just put up a Facebook thing for it. There's only 5 spots left, so get that filled up. You take your weights when you're walking as self-protection. Got it. Yeah. I guess I don't go looking for it, and no one does. You know, but I feel like I should be safe where I'm at, and yet I do have my Vigilance Center up, and so I have my Vigilance Center up, and my radar up for anybody that seems off. And some women said that they'd keep their eyes down, and other women are like aggressively look in somebody's eyes. And I do both of those as well. I'm aware of those. And I think my age has helped too. I mean, I know that older women still get assaulted, but it seems that there's, less. People are more likely to just look at me and think that I'm funny than something that they want. And I know it's not. I know assault is not about sex. It's about control and people that are looking to harm people, not just about sex. So, boy, I'll be glad when this is all resolved. I wanted to just stay away from the media today, but of course I'm on Facebook, but at least I'm not turning on the television, so that's good. Yeah. So I'm loving myself today by walk dancing, listening to music, coming to the ocean, and I'm going to walk back up the hill too, with my Vigilance Center on, but also feeling safe. And knowing that there's more ways to be safe than on an energetic level than maybe is known out there. So I'm safe, and I'm gonna head up the hill and leave this lovely space. Yeah. So sending you a whole bunch of love, asking you how do you love yourself today, and find a way to feel safe and feel loved, and let's change the narrative. Let's change what's accepted in society. And in the meantime, thank you, Yvette, I will. In the meantime, go love yourself.